Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I have the fifth layout with my October kit here for you. This is my stash kit that I pulled at the beginning of the month that I'm going to be using throughout this month. I'm going to continue with the stash kits, I think, for about 2 more months, and then I have another idea of what I want to do for 2016. So stay tuned. I will have more to come with that. So this layout was completely experimental, like completely. I fully expected to hate it and have to throw it out, which was going to be okay with me. I mean, I don't mind trying things, but I'm glad I did because I really liked the way it looked. This background paper is from the Highline collection, and then these stickers are from I believe it's a Perfect Summer sticker sheet from Echo Park. I believe that's what that is. It came with the collection kit. I'm pretty positive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's either a Perfect Summer or Hello Summer, but I'm pretty sure it's a Perfect Summer. So what I am using, I am pulling out my little LA Studio die cut baggy thing that I have. I keep all of them in this little bag, mostly because I use them all the time, and I never have a ton of them because I use them all the time. Um, so, anyways, I have that little, just so you know what this is. So, this is the Christmas card that I got the year my nephew was born. So, he was born, let's see, 2012. So, this was Christmas of 2012. And this is, I'm, my first complete album was 2013. So, I just have random photos from 2012 and before. Eventually, if I scrapbook everything I have, I probably will have a complete 2012 album, but I really only did a complete 2013 album, which is fine with me. I'll just scrapbook photos as I come across them and as I like them. So I just covered up their last name just for privacy reasons. Not that it's not like that big of a deal, but just to to honor my sister's privacy, I just covered that up. So it just has their names, their first names. But what I am putting is a little date label here to the right. I've got a tag at the top that says "Do not open till December." It says December 31st, but I mean, not 31st, 25th. But that wasn't that important, so I just have it "Do not open till December," and then have a cheers like paperclip thing that I'm putting over the edge of that mat, and then I have a white piece. It's kind of like a journaling spot, but I'm not going to journal on it, and it just says important, and it says important a couple times. I just was trying a bunch of different things. I really like the colors of the bright green with the traditional Christmas colors. And then I like that scallop border sticker at the bottom. I don't know, just had a lot of colors on it, and I think it looked cool. And then I have this little arrow at the top that says the best. And then I also have a bunch of frames that I'm going to use. And these frames are not my thing. I have a hard time with frames. I just don't know what to do with them because my photos are never the same size as these frames. I don't really print square photos. I print 3x4, 4x6, or 3x5 photos. And so I have a hard time with these frames because they just don't match the sizes of my photos. So I'm cutting them apart or using pieces that I have already cut apart, and I'm just kind of matting, kind of double matting, I guess you could say, or layering them behind my photo. It just adds a little bit of something. So I have kind of a limey yellow one. Lemony lime, there we go. Lemony lime. And then I have this floral. And the floral is, you can't even really tell that it's a floral. It's just the fact that it has a pop of color. And it had a few small pieces of it. And so I'm just layering it behind. And then I also have a little bit more of that red and white arrow sticker that I put at the top that I'm going to kind of use to ground my embellishment cluster at the top. So I have just a few more little pieces of those frames left. I'm really pleased with how I'm using those because those are a type of thing that'll stay in my stash forever because it's not what I normally use. I am going to try to use this alpha. I really like this alpha, but I am running out of letters because there's an uppercase and a lowercase. I would prefer to have them all the same size, whether they're uppercase or lowercase, but I have a hard time using an alpha that has both because I'll end up with like only one uppercase A and then all lowercase other letters that I need. So I have a really hard time using those. But I'm using them, I'm keeping them out so I can use them for anything, even if it's just a small word. just because I do want to make the best use out of them possible, and I don't want to continue to collect hundreds and hundreds of thicker packs, which I totally could. I've been seeing people store them in different ways. And Inky Quill, I noticed, stores them in 6x12. I think it's 6x12 page protectors. And I thought that was a really nice way to store them because it's a little bit wider than what the thicker sheets actually are. So if you have duplicates, you can store them in the same little envelope or package or page protector or whatever. I thought that was kind of cool, and that would fit in my basket that I have them all in. A thought. We will see. So I'm using a mishmash of different alphas here, and so it says, look at that boy grow. Because he wasn't even a year old. Let's see, he was born in May, and this was December. Actually, I think they have the pictures made in November. So he wasn't that old. And funny enough, I just got back from seeing him this weekend, and he looks so big compared to that. He's 3 now. And my sister is actually going to be having another baby, so we're excited about that. It's going to be another boy. We have 4 boys. 4 boys in my family. I only had 2 sisters. I didn't have any brothers, and now we all have boys. There's not a single granddaughter. They're all boys. It's going to be crazy. I mean, crazy. I was thinking about it when my son's the oldest, and he's 4. So I was thinking about it. In about 10 years, they're going to be running around the yard, playing football outside, or terrorizing each other. Who knows? But it's going to be quite interesting in our future. And it's just so strange for me because I only had sisters. And I just think it's so crazy to have boys. I mean, we have a ball. We have a lot of fun. But it's just so different than how I grew up because I only had sisters. We didn't do the same thing boys do. Okay, back to the layout. I just added a few more things. I added a sticker to the top of the photo to the right that says, "Here comes trouble." I'm also added a sticker at the top that's green with a yellow star. I had a die cut piece that says memories. It's just green and white, and just adding that to the top cluster. I also added an asterisk from the same alpha as the word look. It's gray with white stripes. And then I also added a red foam heart at the bottom right before the beginning of the title. And now I'm just adding a couple different sequins. So I'm pulling out these like reddish orangish, they're like a pinky red flowers. I'm putting those here. And then I also pulled out some gray sequins. It's just kind of a dull gray color, but it matches the font, the alphas, pretty well from the title. I'm just scattering those about. And then I also added, I think I only added 1. Yeah, on the little tag that says do not open until December, I added just a dot from that same alpha as look. It's the same one that has the asterisk from, but I just added it to the tag. It adds very little to the layout in totality, but if you look at the still photos at the end, I just think it pulls in that same element, same color to that cluster without being such a big element. So I really like the way that looks. And then I'm adding just a bit of green down here at the bottom to the right. It just felt like it was missing something. So I'm taking a piece of the same color that I matted the photo on, and then I also started my cluster at the top with. I'm adding that right down here to the bottom right. And then I decided to add these sequins kind of going up the page. I felt like it would add a little bit more now. It's kind of interesting that I'm adding red flowers to a Christmas layout, but it kind of reminded me of snowflakes in some sort of weird way. And then there's also like poinsettias that are red, so I was like, well, kind of ties in. Kinda. It matches the layout anyways, the colors of the layout. I really like how this turned out. It's bright, it's bold, it's different than what I normally go for. Well, and I've been looking at my style recently. My style is kind of all over the place. It's a little eclectic. As long as I'm happy with the layout, I don't really care how it started or how it came together, but it's kind of interesting because there are some layouts that I do that are very simple. There's some that are very complex. There are some that are just out there. One thing I don't do a lot of is mixed media. I just have a fear of screwing the layout up. Even though I had no problem with it on this layout, I just have this major fear that I'm going to screw the layout up if I do some sort of big mixed media project. I don't know. Maybe I'll get over that. I'm not sure. But I'm liking what I'm doing right now, so I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm not too worried about it. I just wanted to add a little bit more behind this little label just to make it stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to add another piece of that here to the bottom left as well. All right, that pretty much finishes up the layout. Give me a thumbs up if you like this layout. Also, subscribe so you can see the other videos I have coming up. I have a total of 12 layouts for the October kit, I believe, that I'm going to be posting for you guys. So subscribe so you can see those coming up. All right, thanks for watching. Enjoy your day. Bye.